Hello, everyone. Come on in.
Good evening.
Let me get started here and see if we are live on.
I see a peekaboo. You call it a peekaboo card?
It is a peekaboo card.
Yeah, it's alive.
Okay, let me pop this up so you can see and greet people when they come in, and I'll get it popped up on the
So far, nobody.
laptop here.
Hi, France.
Oh, well, hello, Miss France. How are you? We had a
And Laura
derecho
Hi, Nick.
go through last
Jean,
night.
hello.
So,
Janice McPherson. Hello.
Yep. Okay.
Lori.
All right. I'm getting this up. I see Beth Ann. I see Lori. I see Jackie. So yeah, we got some folks coming in.
Hi, Beth Ann from Philadelphia.
I see Jean Orwig and Jean Shute. Laura, France, Nick. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nick, you're still up, you crazy. There's Cindy. So come on in. Oh, Beth Ann says she's back from vacation. Woohoo. I bet you she went someplace fun. Mary Jo, come on in. Let's get going. Kind of a little bit to talk about today and to show you a little bit of change in the plans of what I was going to do.
What?
So we're still doing the Peekaboo Pocket Card, but we're going to do a variation.
Well, Gracie's napping. So's Izzy.
Izzy's working. She's on surveillance. Dogs are always on surveillance. They're working 24/7. It looks like a nap to you, Bill, but she's working.
Surveillance.
Okay, this is my reminder to sign up to my newsletter. I'm going to kind of go through these quick because we got so much to talk about. Sending Good Thoughts, message in a bottle. That is 9 cards, 3 different designs, 3 each of the cards. And that goes until the 10th. You have until the 10th of July to sign up. So that's what, Tuesday? Is that Tuesday? No, that's Monday. Monday's the 10th.
No, Sunday's the 10th.
Oh, Sunday. Okay, I'm completely off. So you have till Sunday on that one. Okay.
Because your Pearls meeting's on the 11th.
That's right. You're right. Yep, my Pearls meeting. So guess what, Bill? They have come up with a really neat sign-on bonus this time.
Ooh.
If you want to join Stampin' Up, you can join for $99. They're going to pay the shipping on that, which is a really good deal. And you get to pick for your kit $125. But for those of you, I should have said hand this to me because it's heavy.
Well, why didn't you?
I don't know. I need to use you. You're my assistant.
Ah. Oh, I'm the
But-
production manager. I'm not the assistant.
Oh, did you hear that? He said he's the production manager, not the assistant. Well, help me produce here. So, okay. But they have a special. And if you like planners, this one is gorgeous.
That looks sharp.
It does. Look at this, Bill. It has...
It looks like a Franklin Covey.
You know what? It kind of does look like a Franklin Covey, doesn't it? Look at that. It's got the magnetic strap, which I love. Check this out. It coordinates with the Stampin' Up! Logo. I have 6 months in here. You can't fit the full year. It has a goal focus page, important dates, shopping list, goals, and all of these little stamps. Guess where these stamps and this sticker came from?
Well, Franklin's don't have stickers.
They don't have a stamp set that goes with it either. Look at
There's
this.
what?
There's they don't have a stamp set. There's a stamp set.
Really?
I'm about to show you.
Okay, cool.
So here is some of the things to start your business and keep it organized. And I have some of them in here if you are interested in having a business. If not, I mean, it's fun just to have, even if you're a hobbyist, just to have.
Can never be too organized.
That's right. Now I have a page, so here's the stamp set, and I will show you. I've got some fun stuff stamped on here, and here's one of the cute little flowers that match. I wanted to show you, it does come with a page saver. I have this page saved because it's a couple weeks out. I don't necessarily need to give away all my secrets of what I'm doing these beginning weeks here of Stampin' Up, but this is my daughter's birthday. See the little birthday cake? That's a little sticker. So I added that in there. And then it also, let me show you some of the other stuff. So here's the monthly focus that isn't wrote on. It's got goals, things to remember, shopping list, important days, excited about, which is great. I love having a goal list where I can mark things off. You get a calendar that gives you a month at a glance. And then, of course, you will get, let me show you one that's a week at a glance. Oh, well, I don't have them all in here yet. Hold on. I want to find one that's not, there we go, not marked on. A week at a glance. You get, of course, your year at a glance calendar.
They love it.
Yes, it's really it is very Franklin Covey, actually, now that you say that. Creating purpose, so things that you need to keep track of, your values, just whatever your goals are, you can stick that in here. Looking ahead, some objectives, some habits to create, enjoy more of, aspirations. So it's kind of a goal setting one. It has, I love this. I am a list maker. It's got a tick down here on this box of some things that you can do, and look at the grid paper on the other side. I think that's so pretty. I love doing notes when I'm doing some of this. It's got another one. I only put a few of each of these, and they have beautiful like lines on the back, but this is great for projects. I'm not even done. It comes with more. So it has this cubby in the back that I just put the stickers, and of course it has the
business cards.
Yeah, where you can put business cards. It has a place in here. Why, do you need some more?
I might need some more to hand
Here.
out.
There's,
Give me 3, 4.
That'll
work.
there you go. It also comes with a matching notebook, but wait, there's even more, right? So if you're totally into this, here's the,
Ooh, is that the stamp set?
that's the stamp set that goes with it. And one of the things that I like is this, they added this thank you in here. So I totally love that with kind of a matching little heading. This is really cute. So for those who are really into the planners, they also give you another notebook. This one is just plain matching. Oh wait, there's another notebook to write. This one has grid paper. Immediately when I saw this, I thought, oh my gosh, this would be so great. Not only to just to do notes on, but a lot of times I map out card layouts. So,
Ooh.
And then you get the rest of like the monthly focus, the rest of the months. These all match. They are all laminated in a heavier, like cardboard. I wouldn't say it's a chipboard. All of the rest of the weekly priorities, more of the months, and then more of like the list papers that I was showing you. And I just think, yeah. So it's kind of a nice little way to start a business if you are interested in starting a business. There is, I'm going to hand this back to him. There is enough room on my team if you want to make just a little bit of income. The other thing is you don't have to sell products. You can just get your products at a discount. So it's just something to think about. If you want to join, let me know, and I can get more information and facts to you. Okay, I'm going to save this for a second. What do we think about the new catalog and celebrations? It's here. It's here. I do want to show that Making Plans collection is in the back of the celebration. You can only get that set if you join. That's the only way you can get it. And like they're showing here, if you're one of those people who love to have like the colors that match, the Stampin' Write markers will give you. This is the Calypso Coral from that, the Night of Navy. You can use your Stampin' Write markers on that. So I love this thing. I've gone through it a couple of times. I did another big box came today. It was mostly for my paper share, but another big box did come today, and I'm excited about that. The thing that we're going to be using tonight is this. So this is the Wonderful World stamp set and matching paper, and I've changed this up. We're going to be making 2 tonight because I want to show it with the paper. I also want to show it with some other paper. The the idea of what I'm making tonight is gorgeous with this set, but I want you to know that you'll have other things that you probably already have that you can make things with or coordinate with if you don't have this paper. So I thought I would add that in there. This set is $100. A $100 purchase will give you the paper and the stamp set for free. I love that. So every $50 you spend, you're able to get something out of this catalog. If you don't have a demonstrator and you'd like me to be your demonstrator and you don't have these catalogs, definitely let me know and I'll get one mailed out to you. I just got another shipment in. Speaking of paper share, there's some really pretty paper shares. If you missed my video today, I've had a couple people ask, and I said if I get a few more people, I would do another paper share for those who missed out on. I think some of the excitement came about is I'm not doing 6x6 papers. I'm doing 6x12. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely let me know. I will be trying to do another one right away. And then with everything, there was some questions from one of my VIPs tonight, and I thought I better let everyone know. So if you are a Piccadilly Stamping customer and you spend a cumulative over the next 2 months' times, because Celebration goes for 2 months, $200 with me, you will get, well, it depends on 100 or you could get up to 4 free Celebration items. You will get your Piccadilly Perks rewards from me for every $35 that is spent. You will also earn from me a goodie bag filled with some really fun items. This year's different. Every year I do something different. This year's different than even the last 2 that I've done.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, I got some kind of cutesy patootsy gifts this time. If you spend up to $300, and guess what? We have someone who did it all in one shot.
Good for
I
them.
think Lori's on here. So, guilty Lori, you've already earned the goodie bag from me, your Piccadilly Perks, which should be in the mail coming to you here really soon with a stamp pack. And you get a choice of a stamp set up to $25 on me. So you can go ahead and start looking through the catalog of what you would like to use that, what stamp set you would like to get with that, and I will get that ordered. I will send out the stamp set with the goodie bag, so you're going to have to wait till the end of Celebrations, but it's coming. Okay, and let's see, was there anything else, Bill? Because I kind of want to get started.
Nope.
This is my current host code. It's going to go until probably this weekend, and then it'll be switching out. So you definitely, if you want to get the Perks rewards, and if you want to get the goodie bag, use that. Unless you're spending over $150, then you will earn host rewards. And I want you to earn those. It's worth it to
That's right.
actually make orders like that.
Look at the paper.
So this is the paper. You want to hand me the stamp sets too? Just the sets. Not the die cut there. Just the sets. So this is the stamp set and the paper that I want to use tonight. Now the paper is Wonderful World DSP. It comes in a 12x12 and Wonderful World stamp set. It doesn't have any sentiment with it, so I wanted to add, this is Through It Together, and I chose the Love You No Matter What because it's a small sentiment, and that's exactly, sometimes you need large, sometimes you need small, but, and here is the stamp. This is how easy this card is to make. Here's my stamp pack. Here's my card pack tonight. Yes, you literally are going to use 2 pieces of paper to make this. It's so awesome. Now, I'm going to do one thing that I decided at the last minute. I'm going to go into, this is the Design a Daydream, completely different stamp pack. I'm doing this because I know that they, yeah, DSP pack, sorry. Thank you, Bill.
Yep.
I know that they have a green. Here, they do. They have a beautiful non-pattern green piece of paper. So why am I doing this? Because I want to show you can use something that doesn't have a pattern, and it doesn't matter which way it's going to go because there's no pattern. There's no like directional pattern. This has a directional pattern. And so I want you...
nails match your paper.
I did this for Jean's shoot actually. So it's purple. It's purple. She's kind of turning me into a purple girl. It's been a hard fight. I've been really kind of fighting it. I didn't have nail polish on earlier today. So I want to cut this down to 6 inches. So I'm going to bring out my trimmer. And purple is not my go-to color, Jean.
I couldn't believe how easy that was to use last week.
What, this?
Yeah, I never used it.
You've never used it?
Until last week.
Oh, yeah. It's awesome. So this is like my favorite. And this is something, you guys, if you earn a $25 Perks reward from me for my Perks program, this is $25. You can earn this for free. So I'm going to trim this at 6 to 9. So 6 inches wide, 9 inches long, measure twice, cut once, because when I'm talking, I tend to. And we'll save this for another project. And while I've got this here, I'm going to cut this one at 9 inches because this is 6 by 12. So measure twice. Yeah, I like the accuracy of that. I'm kind of glad then you got to do that. And I'll save this for another project. Or that. It doesn't matter. 2 sides to these papers.
That's right.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Now what about your white?
Well, will you hold on a moment?
Okay.
Pushy, pushy. I only have so many hands.
Oh, I thought you were going to cut it with that.
No, I'm not cutting it. I'm just going to do the one for tonight. But I'm going to make this twice.
2 pockets.
2 pockets, yes, and I'm gonna show them. There's a couple reasons why I'm doing 2 pockets. One, because I think sometimes when you are working on a project, or when someone is working on a project, it's easier to visualize. They go through it and you're like, now what did they do? So we're gonna do this twice. Now, and also because I want to show you about directional paper and making sure that you're getting the correct direction. So since I'm right on that, Bill, I'm going to start with this. So I want my card, because the paper is facing, the flowers are up. I suppose it could be this way, but usually people like the flowers facing up. So I'm going to do the flowers facing up. Just so you know, this paper has, this is a rich raspberry, and this is the Orchid Oasis. I got that down.
New one.
And it's got a beautiful pattern on this side, too.
Parakeet Party?
I think this is... No, Parakeet Party is much brighter. This is Pear Pizzazz on that side. So, since I know that this is going to be the top because of the direction, I want to make my first score line at a 1/2 inch, I believe, yes. And I want that at the bottom. So when you're doing directional paper, you definitely want that at the bottom. So 1/2 inch there at the bottom. Okay, now this paper doesn't matter if it's wherever because it's gonna just show. So I'm again doing it at the bottom so that I'm just kind of, I heard this thing recently at a training that you have to tell an adult something like several times for them to remember it. I think like...
What?
Exactly, Bill. By the way, while I'm doing this, I'm going to score 2 of these. I'm going to score them, the first one at 4 1/4 and the second at 8 1/2. Bill, before you kind of zing me on a dad joke, do you just have one?
I do.
Okay, you tell that.
What do you call a happy cowboy?
What do you call a happy cowboy?
A Jolly Rancher.
Oh, that is kind of cute. So for any kiddos that are watching, that is kind of a cute one. So again, that's 4 1/4, like where you would put a card base to be, and 8 1/2. 4 1/4, 8 1/2. So I'm going to do it again now. I want this directional. This one's directional. So, whoops, that was 4. 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. They love it. I think they just, I really don't think they love it. I think it's just, they like how funny you think you are. Did you guys like Bill's card last week? Didn't he do a great job? So now
he must have, because there's a lot of shares.
There was a lot of shares, so thank you. We're going to be auctioning that puppy off. So this little corner piece from the score lines, I think you can see better on this piece than you will on that one. I want to cut them off because we don't need this piece. So we're going to take it out and go so long. Now on this piece that is on the opposite end, we're going to take out this long corner piece. So it goes up here, like so, and it goes right across here. So we're going to make like a little pocket, and you need to actually cut this. Oh, that was kind of a crooked cut. Let's see if I can do better on this one. Before we're going to be running this through the what do you call it? The Big Boss? Is that what you call it?
The Major Boss.
The Major Boss. The Stampin' Cut and Boss machine.
Not yet, right?
Not yet. Nope, I got a couple more cuts to make and show them. But I want to take off each corner on that 1/2 inch side apart from each other so that the middle one is still there. Okay, now for those who are new and have never seen a pocket card, I like to give just a little bit of a cut kind of right here, because when the card, when it goes together, it gives more of a finished edge. So we're just going to cut those edges. So one more time, and it should be, you should be able to see it. So I've got a square cut, right? I'm going to come here and I'm just going to cut right to that tip and right to this tip to give that a little bit of an angle, and it helps it come together really well. Now, before I go and fold these down, because we're going to fold this down, I'm going to empty my trash can here. I want to have Bill, let me show one thing. Wait, before you get going. I'm going to be using the new Stylish Shape dies. I love these. This is the second one in. I probably use this more than any of them. I swear this one I keep going back to. So it's the second one in. I don't know the measurement. It's, let me do, well, not metrics. That would be for, it's about 2.5 inches, which is kind of perfect on cards. So I'm going to be using this. And now, Bill, you can haul this in and look at that. You got that on the right side. So this is the Big Boss, is what he calls it. The big. You could do the mini for this particular die cut, but because this is 6 inches long, you need to have, and this is another reason why I did switch, because the Big Shot is perfectly fine for cutting things. We used to sell the Big Shot until Stampin' Up! Came up with their own, but this is wider than the Big Shot, so when you're doing 6 inches, it will work on the Big Shot. I'm not saying that, but I like to have that extra space when I'm running through. So on here,
so you're saying the Stampin' Boss machine
is wider.
The way to go.
It is, but you can still do what you need to do with the Big Shot. I don't want to, people don't need to buy something new just right now. Okay, but when you go for an upgrade, I would suggest this because it does have the wider mouth. I like it because I'm not very good. So at getting them through without wrinkling pages, I am not really good at. That's why I use the green glue too.
Yeah.
So from this score line to this score line.
I thought you used the green glue to be able to move stuff.
Well, yeah, because I'm not very good at getting it centered. So from this score line to this score line, I'm going to put this circle down, and I'm going to kind of keep it centered about the same distance here as best as I possibly can, and maybe just a little bit on the high end from this to this line, from the edge to this score line. So I'm going to place it down with some washi. And I'm going to put the acrylic on there and run this through. And the other thing that I like is this runs so much smoother than my Big Shot did. But each one are kind of geared a little bit different. I used my cousin's. I was over at her house recently and hers ran a little tighter than mine. I'm kind of glad mine goes smooth. So now I have got a beautiful piece of DSP that I could use for whatever else I want. I'm going to save that. And then this one is done. We'll run this one through. And I'm going to face this towards myself real quick because to get this stuck on.
Well, so, you want to make sure you get the flowers. So
yeah, I do want to do that. And this one has, so what he's talking about, I'm going to stand up and I'll use this, is I like to have it where I can cut out something that I could use again later. Now this paper may be a little bit different than the last one that I did, but if I could get maybe this rose, that would be kind of pretty. I'm getting a little of this, a little of that. You know, I mean, if you're going to do it, you might as well try to determine, I don't want to cut that off. Okay, so I've got that. This one's going to be up just a little bit higher than that one so that I can get those. Come and help me real quick. I'm doing this on maybe, shoot. Yeah, you hold that and then I'll use two hands. Okay. Is that about the same distance? I think it is. There we go. Okay, so this is a lot higher than the other one, which is just fine. So I'm going to lay that down and run this through. And then you tell me, Bill, if you can lift this back up. And I'm going to show you my secret on this. So actually, you're right. I probably do need two pieces of white. So I'll get a scrap piece of white out and cut that while you move this for me, will you? And I'm going to pull this one off. And then this one. So I think I will definitely get these measurements out on my blog. Yeah, now I got a piece that I can use again. But as you see, I only have this much distance compared to this much distance. So, I need another piece of white. It's fun when we both try to reach our hand in there. So I'm going to cut this at 4 by 5 1/4. So that I have two pieces now. I was going to do something else, but you know, I like to change my mind. I got to go with the flow. Okay, now we've got this, and you can see how this is going to build, I think, right?
You're going to fold one in?
Yeah, so I'm going to fold this down, and then I'm going to fold this down, and then I'm going to fold this down. So we already see where it's a Peekaboo pocket card, right? Peekaboo pocket card. Now it's going to have a fun little, I love the Stampin' Seal. You can use the tear and tape or you could use liquid glue. I think liquid glue would be a little messy on this, but this Stampin' Seal is my favorite. What I like to do when I'm doing projects like this is put the silicone mat down, and I love to just go all the way to the end. Well, you got to get the seal started first. There we go. And then all the way.
Is this the one you used to have to check on it?
Yeah, I used to use the Fast Fuse, and it took me a while to get used to this because on the Fast Fuse you used to have to make a check mark, you know, to get it off. But this one you can just run right to the edge. Okay, so here we go. And this is gonna stick to that, and then we're gonna come here and go like so, right onto it. Okay. Oh, I stuck it in the snarf. That's no good. But the thing that's really nice is when you...
It just rubs right off.
It just rubs right off, and now you've just got your glue off of that. Okay, so you get the idea on that. Now let's do this one. I want to do the green side showing.
Okay.
It's very easy.
So you don't have to start on the one side. You started different on this one.
It doesn't matter. You just fold them up. It doesn't matter. And this is kind of why I wanted to show everyone too, because I think it can be confusing sometimes for folks and need to. It's really quite simple. These could be easily. So now I have another one, okay? And I may have to go back and trim off just a little edge. This is the one where I didn't line it up really good, so I trimmed it. Now, here's what the best part is. So when you are doing your cards and you're setting your cards in it, I'll come back. I'm not gonna do this now. When you're doing your cards and you're setting your cards, will you see if there's a pencil in there, Bill? So here's the insert. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, right? Okay. But I have these at different levels, so that's fine. Get this card in where it's going to set down at the bottom. And I'm going to lightly...
So you definitely don't want me doing it.
Yeah, draw a circle. This is just going to give me kind of an idea of where I need to stamp, because we're going to stamp here and then we're going to do some other magic that's really fun. So this just gives me an idea of where that card's going to go, and I'm going to hand that back to you. Now, one of the things, we're going to use an eraser. So I'm not using the eraser on the pencil, this thing. When you're doing your cards, get a good eraser. Spend some money to get erasers. Are cheap. I think I got 2 of these, but they will erase the lines very well and not have leftover on it. Okay, let's start with some magic here. So we're going to use the sentiment and the image. So let's get...
And that's out of that stamp set?
The sentiment is out of the Through It Together. And I chose I Love You No Matter What, because I do, Bill, I do. And then this is the stamp. Now I did this for my VIPs earlier in, I think it was at the end of June. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to do which one first? I like, this one needs to be like a rich raspberry, and this one, actually, here's what I'm going to do. This shows how I came up with this design. And this is the first one that I did, and I already have a card to show. So I'm going to save that, and we're just going to do this one tonight. And I'm going to use your little chamois, Bill, and make sure I've got this clean for a new, and dry for a new stamp. We're going to do a different color than what I had scheduled. So I'm going to use the Pear Pizzazz. Is this Pear Pizzazz? It doesn't look like Pear Pizzazz. That's mint macaron. You trying to mess me up?
No, you're the one that changed it around.
I must have. Yeah, here it is. Pear Pizzazz. I did change it around, didn't I? Okay, Pear Pizzazz.
She's trying to blame me.
Yeah, well, I can't blame Joy anymore. She doesn't come to my shows. Oh, I guess we could blame her. That'd be the perfect one to blame. Okay, so I'm going to use the marker, and I love our Stampin' Write markers for this purpose. You could stamp this all one color if you didn't want to take the time, but I wanted to have the stem be green. And we're going to do purple, since I changed my mind tonight, and I'm wearing purple and Jean's here. We'll do purple for Jean. And then maybe Jean will share this video and
She already
win
has.
it. Has she? Well, maybe she'll win this particular one. So I'm going to do that in the Pear Pizzazz. And then I have Highland Heather. And I guess it doesn't matter on this. I could do Gorgeous Grape, but I want the detail to show, so I'm going to do Highland Heather, Jean. And when you're doing these distinctive stamp sets, I like to brush it on the side, on the big areas, and I usually do one direction and then the other so that I don't have any like lines in it, Bill.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't want to over press. Yeah, so see, now I'm going a different direction because you want that, you don't want the ink to settle down into you just want it to cover, but you don't want it settled down into the stamp and lose the detail. But you do want to huff on it. So when I mean huff, you're going to do the like if you were cleaning your glasses to re-moisten the ink that you had on it. And I'm going to stamp this more over to the left-hand side. So
She's huffing.
I'm huffing. So I've got it over here. I need to stand up. Okay. And I'm just going to give it a good press. I'm not trying to rock it. I may have, though. I didn't mean to. But I'm giving it a good press to let that ink transfer fully. There we go.
Ooh, beautiful.
Yeah, so you see the rows in there. Now, while I have that out, I'm going to take the Memento Tuxedo Black ink, which for blacks, this is my favorite of all time. And I want to do a little tester on
Stamp
this.
it off, huh?
Has there been any questions or anything that you've noticed?
Not yet.
So I want to stay inside that circle, but I want to make sure I don't have that too inky. Not bad. Small stamp, small pressure. And I'm going to place this. I hope this fits. Maybe I didn't get it over. It did. Look at that. It's like I've stamped before. Yay. Okay. Gorgeous. Here, I'm going to hand those to you. You can take those. Now we've got our image stamped. We've used our fun little marker technique. And I'm going to bring back in my good eraser, like Staples, you know, someplace. They're just a few dollars. But I'm going to bring in to get my line off of here.
I've got a question.
Yep.
Can you do the huff process with Copics too?
No, those are alcohol-based markers. We don't use them. We have Stampin' Blends, but same process with an alcohol base. If you blow air on it, it's going to dry up because it's an alcohol base. You have to do the Stampin' Right markers for that. Okay, so now I've got that off and it looks really great, right?
Yeah,
So
it does.
let me bring in my newest favorite thing. And I will be using this a lot, I have a feeling. This is the very best trio punch. So it has where you can make your own. I think I had a sample sitting up here. Maybe it's still here. Yeah, I had tried to make these. You can make your own diagonal cut. You can make your own, look at that. It makes neat little labels at different sizes. I think this is so cool. And then of course, a place to put like some ribbon through. Tonight, I'm going to teach you really quick how to do this. My pearls, I think, and my VIPs for sure have seen this. So you want to place it in so that the square piece hits this notch and this notch, and you want to push directly down. You don't want to lean forward into it. You don't want to lean any direction, just straight down. Tip, turn, If you're trying to get it looking the same way, you want to flip it over now. Make sure it's on both of those so it's in the same spot. Push straight down, okay? Flip. You want to flip. That is the trick, because if you don't flip and then you go this direction, it's coming from a different direction and you don't get a matching angle. So flip it, and then after it's this side and you're going to the opposite side, flip. You'll never mess up if you do my flip technique. Trust me, I've messed up a few. Okay, now I just want to point something out. This made this really cute. You can do this on any size. You could do this if you're doing a 12 by 12 layout on a scrapbook, you know, one of the older scrapbooks where you do the 12 by 12. You could do this for a neat little corner. I just think it's cute. I hope you guys can see that. The other thing is, now this is obviously going to go into my pocket right here. But now think about your cards. Now this is the one. Think about that for the inside of your cards. Won't that be a neat little embellishment to the inside of your cards? I think it will be. I think that's going to be an awesome little addition to card making. Instead of, I know I've done rounded ones before, but I've never done edges like this, and I think that's going to be awesome. So obviously you can see this is my pocket peekaboo, as there it is, the pocket, and it's peeking through. But wait, there's more. Let's take some of, this is our only purple. I know some people can dye ribbon. I'm not that person that's going to take the time to dye it. We have ribbons that you can dye, or you can use a Stampin' Blends marker like I was talking about earlier, and color the white to whatever color you want. And you can do that if you want to, but this matches pretty close. And I like kind of this angled edge. And then you just need a stapler. We're going to make a pull on this so that it will pull up. So I'm going to put this down, and I kind of like this look to it. And we do not sell these staplers anymore. All you need is a stapler. This is one that we used to. It does a mini staple, which I think is
so red Schwinn line.
Adorable for pulling these out. Now let me show you the other here, and the reason why I wanted to show you about making that. Now this would have been the other one if I would have done that too. And I don't know, I like them both differently, but I've got the paper directionally going up, and I did use the rich razzleberry on this one. So both extremely cute. I guess it's just kind of, the other thing that I like about this is, so it's a peekaboo, you can see through. It's very easy to write your message. You can sign it here, you can write something here. This would be so cute for so many different things. This set would be cute for even, let me pull that back in. These come out really good with the Stampin' Write markers. I thought I had a sample, but I don't. Here's the sample of another one that I did. This is Poppy Parade. It's gorgeous. What?
Like I said, like a red Schwinn line. Jackie Johnson got it. It's a movie.
Oh,
thing.
A movie quote? Okay, sorry. So I'm just so focused on explaining this. But as you can see, and that's why you want to trace, so you've got that line that you can see. Like this one, I'll finish stamping up and get ready, and it will be, obviously, it's even a little higher than that one was. So, and if you wanted to add, you know, something else more, or embellishments, or Wink a Stella on here, you could. What do you guys think of this card? It's easy. 2 pieces of paper. I spent more time explaining it than it really is. Not very complicated at all. And what do you think of that punch, being able to have...
I love that new punch.
Isn't that, like, that is going to look pretty on the inside of your cards. I know Jackie also purchased it right away when she saw that. That is called the Very Best Trio Punch, and I think that is going to be so cute on the inside of your cards, as well as making some of your own customized size. I love that. I can get my own customized sized for different sentiments that I want to put. This one's kind of neat. I think if I had had a longer piece of paper on the scrap. Do I have a scrap piece that's long? Let me look here real quick.
The punch is going on a bunch of people's list.
Yeah, it's okay. So here's one that's longer. I think it's a little too thick for, a little too wide. Let me see. Is this one? I need to measure this so you guys know. So we'll just do a sample right now. Yeah. So this is gonna be, so you guys know, it can do. Well, it's just over an inch. So, but, you know, if you wanted it to go to the edge, let me see if I've got one. Here we go. What is this? Well, this is just under, so this should work perfect. So let's try this. You want to line it up so that it's hitting the back of this, and it's lined up to this. Punch straight down. Oh, I guess that wasn't. I thought that was an inch. Oh, it's an inch this way. See, we're learning together. And then flip it. Okay, I did it wrong. I keep doing that one wrong. Let's bring this one back in. So I would do the opposite side. There you go. So you get that edge. I don't think I cut that one right. Oh, I guess I did. So it gives that kind of a, the opposite. Okay, well, anyway, learning curve as I'm learning all this. But now, last week, Bill made this card, and I made this card, and he did a really good job explaining how to do it. So these are cards that we are going to put tonight to the drawing. So how you get in my drawing is if you shared this video to your wall, you get, I draw for two, the sample one that I do, and then of course the other one. So these two will go up next week. So there was quite a few shares. I hope that this inspires you to either use what you have. This is a great way if you've got a lot of DSP hanging out. This would be even simple for Christmas cards, believe it or not. There's just such little stamping to it, but it's very impressive. So I was kind of impressed by this. Look at all these names, you guys. So I'm going to shake it up so that Bill can pick. You want to draw two names?
1, 2.
Okay. Why don't you tell me, did anyone have any questions?
I haven't seen. You already asked that one.
Okay.
Sarah Heath.
Sarah. Okay, Sarah, thanks so much for sharing my video. I think I have your address already. I think she's won before. Lori Fox Menchio? I don't know how to say this. I'm sorry, Lori. But you won the other one, so I really appreciate you sharing.
Not those over there.
Oh, yeah. All right. Do you want, who wants Bill's card? I think I'll wait for comments. So if you need to order any of these products, including that wonderful punch that I showed you, you can just click right here, shop now. I appreciate all orders. Anything over $35 puts you into the Perks Rewards program. And from this month on, I start accumulating for the Celebration Appreciation gifts that I give out. I do have an exclusive email recipe for you that's going out, and it is for, it's not for a card this time. So this is kind of a really quick, easy 6x6 3D project. let's see. Oh, the cutout card would be cute to make an insert as a bookmark. That's true too. That's true too. Yep. This does fit, just so you know, into a standard A2 envelope. So it would be mailable and it would be flat. And you could decorate it on the outside any way you wanted to. I just like to show off the DSP. So you guys have a great evening. If there's any questions or you want to join, send me a message and I will get back to you probably tomorrow. So take care, you guys. Have a great evening. See you next week, Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.